Hello, welcome into the Hourglass. Happy birthday to the Aries in the house. We have the new moon in Aries coming through April 1st. Wow, so get your rituals together, get your intentions clear because it's about to be a new cycle, a new phase. All right, so today we're going to tap into the divine masculine energy. Energy is king, so the divine masculine could be male or female. This could also be connecting or resonating with your own divine masculinity within yourself. We all possess that yin and yang energy, and sometimes we need a little bit of information or insights to kind of set us straight, all right, to help us get back on track. So this could again resonate with your own divine masculinity, wounded or distorted. You know, a lot of times we meet these divine masculines in a very wounded, distorted cycle or phase in their life. That does not mean that they're not divine. It means that they're a little bit not stuck, but they're a little bit attached or too attached to whatever template programming that's limiting them from their divinity. So they run into the divine feminine in that waking or physical world to kind of trigger the fuck out of them and vice versa. All right. So when one twin is healing, the other one is kind of healing and moving forward and vice versa. It's a teacher and student dynamic. It's not a mother and child or parent and child dynamic. And if it feels that way, you may need to kind of reconsider or take a look, review what is this really going on with you. This is not a reading to tap into any type of abusive divine masculines. I don't do readings on abusive relationships. All right, that's time for you to get help. You know, if you're repeating the karmic cycles over and over and over again, and you notice you're not learning, or this person is not learning, or you feel the need to kind of fix the situation, you need to review what this kind of connection or attachment really is. All right. So we're moving beyond that romantic phase or the romantic bubble. We're going into more what is the blockages, how could we heal, and how could we move forward to ensure a level of union here. All right. So we're not talking about how this divine masculine sees you, how they feel about you. We're looking at what they are healing or what phase they are in. So we could kind of heal our divine masculinity as well. All right. So yeah, it's a beautiful journey. It has a lot of miracles, but it does have very trying, unpleasant, fucked up times as well. All right, so we're on this journey to return to oneself, the highest expression of the Most High Elohim. So we have the Strength card that comes out twice today, and we have the Heart Chakra. We have the Throat Chakra. So plenty of your divine masculines are unblocking, or they're going through cycles that are balancing not only the Heart Chakra, but the Throat Chakra. I also feel like this divine masculine wants to speak from the heart. Wow, divine feminine. Are you ready to hear the truth? Like, are you really, really ready to hear the truth from this divine masculine? Pinks and greens or blues or navy blues could be very, very significant here. Maybe some of your divine masculines wears a uniform, or that's just their special colors. You guys, I have a new beta. She is a female beta, and her name is Saba. So I'm always saying the divine masculine. Sci-Fi, the genius, he's in another tank at this time, and Saba, she's with the spooky gang of neon tetras, black striped neon tetras. Hey, so I just wanted to tell you that if you're looking for Sci-Fi, he's in the tank next door, so he's right around the corner. But Saba, she is here with us today. So welcome, Saba, to the Hourglass channel. All right, yeah, so let's talk about the heart chakra and your divine masculine. So the heart could talk about archetypes of the healer, the controller. You know, the heart chakra is the center of the chakra system here as well. So I feel like your divine masculine may be experiencing sensations in the heart or the lung area. This could be sharp pains. This could be fluttering of the heart as well. Or blood circulation. Maybe your divine masculine has poor blood circulation. However it goes, right? But it's all about breathing. This is air quality. So you could have a divine masculine that's in the air family, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or the divine feminine may be in the air family, But let's keep moving. So, love, compassion, universal consciousness, emotional balance, forgiveness, and love relationships, or relationships that are very close to the heart, has a lot to do with the heart chakra. We also have 4, 5, 9. That may be life path numbers as well. That could be birth dates or birth months. Hey, so your divine masculine may be going through a phase or a cycle where it's improving their ability to forgive themselves and move on. Some of them may be waking up to the fact that they have the right to love and to be loved. Hey, as well. Some of your divine masculine, they're working for this peace of mind or peace of heart, and I feel like they want to be generous and giving. Some of them may be in the wounded warrior or the wounded healers energy, where they're being prepared. Again, they may be suffering. I said again because I mentioned this card in a different read, but I feel like for some of them, there's some mental illnesses, or there's suffering of head trauma or headaches. Hey, all right. And that could be their crown chakra kind of expanding. So it's a little bit of pressure and pain. They're wanting to feel happy, peaceful, and light. And I feel like they want to have this conversation to express their love, or they're wanting to express some sort of guilt, because this could feel like overprotective of oneself as well, or a wall or a boundary here. So maybe some of you have practiced very firm, healthy boundaries against your divine masculine, and now they want to speak on it, or they're dying to speak on it. For some of you, this person gets really sad when they're not speaking to you. It's like their heart becomes very heavy. They could have like this codependency on their divine feminine, where when they don't speak to you, they feel really low energetically, especially with the wands. So I'm going to say a couple affirmations. Divine masculine, if you're watching, big up on yourself. Silent followers, those that send me really warm, confirmational or informative emails, thank you guys so much for your suggestions, for pointing some things out for me, bringing things to my attention that I could work on. I deeply appreciate each and every one of you. So the affirmation goes with the heart chakra. I am loved. I love. I am open to accepting love from others, and I am worthy of this love. My choices come from love. So divine masculine, those are simple but very powerful and effective affirmations that you could be saying to yourself when it comes to your heart. And you could actually put your right hand over your heart and pledge allegiance, all right, to those affirmations. So I feel like your divine masculine in this moment, they want to speak clearly. And I feel like there is a fear of consequences of them speaking the truth. And this is why they may be reluctant to kind of express. For some of you, your divine masculine may not even feel like they are worthy of being listened to, because a part of the throat chakra, ladies and gentlemen, is to listen. All right. It has a lot to do with speaking and the ability to express. But the throat chakra has a lot to do with listening. I also get some clear soup or broth would be very, very beneficial. Stay away from dairy as much as possible. Echinacea may be very helpful when it comes to the throat chakra. So, you know, what's blocking here? Your divine masculine could have told some lies out of being defensive, you know, and they always say being defensive, it's a weakness, you know, and when somebody's very defensive, it means that they're hiding a lot of truth. All right. So your divine masculine may be ignoring the will to express themselves, or they're ignoring this inner voice. Some of them are keeping quiet because they feel like they're not worthy of being listened to. So they just shut up. Yeah. So they may be very prideful in something that they need to say to their divine feminine, or even to themselves. Wow. I feel like your divine masculine may be in this monk or monkette energy, where they're in this isolation, or they're deliberately separating themselves from people. And this could be people that were very close to them. You know, this could be family members that they had to kind of like hold boundaries to, and it hurts them, you know. They want to speak what's on their heart, divine feminine. Are you ready to listen? They're listening to their heart. Yeah, they're listening to their heart. So let's see. Oh, surprise. Wow. So your divine masculine may be startled by what they're feeling for their for their divine feminine. Wow. Divine masculine, that term wants to come out of my mouth a lot during this reading. So divine masculine, divine masculine, divine masculine, divine masculine, you are loved and you are worthy of being listened to. All right. So divine feminine, your divine masculine may want you to listen without interrupting. You need to be an active listener, people, for those of you that resonates. So we have surprise. So they may be letting go of some resentments or even this defensiveness, because my eyes went straight to the purple. So they may be letting that go. You know what I'm saying? Could even be letting go a lot of old or outdated or inaccurate, distorted paradigms about the heart space as well. This divine masculine is really nervous about what they have to say. They even could be very surprised of how nervous they feel. I don't feel like it's afraid. Maybe they are afraid of saying the wrong things, or maybe they don't have the words to express how they feel. But there's a sense of nervousness. How is this divine masculine feeling about themselves? Because that's very important, divine feminine, that we understand how this divine masculine may be feeling about themselves. They're feeling loving today, baby. And this is the second time this card comes out today. So some of you are divine masculine. They're feeling extremely romantic. You're in their heart space. You live there. You're built into their heart. Come on. What chamber do you live in? Anyhow, some of you may be heart surgeons, or this person may work in cardio, or somebody's doing a lot of cardio exercising. Woo. You know, and if you're having troubles, those of you that understand this part, those of you that have trouble really speaking what's on your mind, start reading more. You know, start reading out loud as well. Could even help with the ability to speak clearly and directly. If you're having trouble pronunciations or understanding things, get a fucking dictionary. Use Google for that instead of spying on people or looking for people's number and cross-referencing people's name. That's all good, but we're working on the throat chakra, right? So we have loving. Divine masculine is feeling very nurturing towards their divine feminine and even their feminine energy as well. Yeah. Talk about it. Let's keep going. So they're feeling creative. So they have a creative spark in their heart and they're very intuitive right now, or they could be very imaginative and expressing what they're feeling. They may be looking to do that in a very creative way, or they're doing it in a creative way. You know, the twin flamers have a very unique ability and connection through music, through messages through strangers or animals or from nature. So things like that could be happening around this divine masculine. And, you know, having this flame in their heart is creating this creative spark. They're doing things here that, you know, expressing how they feel. And yes, that's a confirmation that I am speaking the truth about this particular wave of divine masculine. So they may not be using their words right now. They may be doing things in poses or music or artsy fartsy books. So pay attention, divine feminine. I know you don't want to hear that. You really want them to be very direct, but they're working their way. They're finding other ways to be very creative and expressive other than being vocal about it. So yes, if you had a nagging question about this divine masculine, the answer may be yes. Let's see how they're feeling about their divine feminine. So they may be telling themselves yes more as well with that yes card. Listening to what their heart is saying and actually applying it, or the proud card comes out twice for today. So they're feeling pretty proud, and I got cut off with what I was saying. So they're telling themselves yes more, and that's giving them that inner strength, that courage. This could be also self-discipline. They could be working on that. And this is why they were kind of like quiet, because they were preparing. Could be preparing for the worst. A lot of times, this could be a lot of negative self-talk, especially with the throat chakra. So we have proud. They are very, very pleased, astonished by their divine feminine. They feel like you are the prize, or, you being in their life, having your love is the greatest reward of all. Let's see how they're feeling about their healing and the twin flame journey at this current time. Let it be great, clear, simple answers for this divine masculine. They're feeling very angry in this healing or process in their twin flame journey right now. We have creative. Yeah, so they're looking for creative ways of expressing themselves right now, divine feminine, because they're very upset with themselves that they're not able to verbally express how they're feeling. So they could be mad. Some of them could have an anger issue, especially with the 9 of Wands, being very over defensive, combative. This could also feel like, I don't want to say a heart attack, but with this 9 of Wands, that could talk about feeling attacked a lot. Some of you, this divine masculine, may be struggling with comparing themselves or comparison. And this could be like in the industry, in society, having to stand out from the crowd as well. They want to express something. They want to express how they feel, divine feminine. And they may do it in a very surprising way. So words may not be enough for this divine masculine. They're going to find a creative way to express how they're feeling in their heart. And they hope that you're not resentful or too like shut off from them. What are they angry about? The 2 of Wands. So I'm going to pull out all the cards and we're going to start talking about it, all right? Because I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time when I shuffle and go. All right, so they may have some news or they have some information that they want to talk about, divine feminine, but it may be what they have to express, maybe going against their image. Yeah, because we could be very prideful and feel like it has consequences after we say the truth. Some of you may have a fire sign, air sign, combination, or this is your divine masculine in this fire energy of the King of Wands. Ooh, they know what they want and they want to go after it, and they're coming up with a very creative, unique way. They want to surprise you with the truth, divine feminine. Oh shit. So they may want to offer, or they may want to invest. For some of you, this divine masculine may have gotten a new job, or there's a new duty. I'm feeling like a lot of discipline is being learned here, or they're in the beginning stages of practicing self-discipline here. They may be at a crossroad, because 2 could talk about decisions or partnerships. So they may be at a crossroad on how to approach you or how to restart communication. The Page of Swords could talk about mincing words or holding back vital information because, again, not wanting trouble or consequences here. There's an image somebody has to protect. We have the Diablo, so we have Capricorn, we have Aries, we have Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, and we have the 2 of Cups talking about that partnership. So they're thinking a lot on how to approach you or where to take you. And we have the we have the Queen of Wands. So we have the divine masculine could either be in balance with their masculine and feminine energy, or we have a divine masculine that's pulling their divine feminine energy into the reading. So, divine feminine, if you resonate with the Queen of Wands, you may be pretty outgoing and direct, kind of like really bold with your throat chakra or the things that you need to say. I feel like you're looking towards the future and you could be very concerned about your future. Some of you may be very crafty. You could be kitchen witches, any type of witchery or crafty energy with herbs, sunflowers, bright yellows, bright oranges. So you may be really balanced in your solar plex chakra, where you're free to make your moves or initiate in what you want to do. So I do feel like there's some insecurities, especially with the Diablo and the Page of Swords, that your divine masculine feels like they want to touch on or communicate clearly, but they're very mindful on how that looks on their image. So they're trying to remain very valiant or strong, but they're kind of overprotective of these insecurities. Some of you, this divine masculine may want to communicate clearly on this attraction or this attachment that they feel with you. I feel like they are astonishingly obsessed with you. That kind of came as a surprise to them. So maybe they're noticing that they have like this obsession of looking at you or looking for you or looking for you in other people. And it's like, I want what I want and I want it now. So you guys could be in separation, or some of you could be in the friend zone, the talking zone with this divine masculine. They could have some information that some sort of dark or evil people or entities or forces is kind of wedging you guys apart or keeping this divine masculine. Okay, so I'm getting two things. It could be some sort of tendency that they have. This could be an addiction. This could be an addictive toxic pattern that they do. This could even be self-sabotaging because of their fears and insecurities. They're kind of seeing it for what it is, with the Diablo being in front of the Page of Swords. All right, I do feel like your divine masculine feels very immature and angry with themselves that they cannot say what they need to say to you. Some of you, this divine masculine may want to tell you about a situation. It's not really a good situation. It could be a very bad situation that they have accepted, but it's also bringing this inner strength to them. I feel like they want to act on these very devilish, sexy thoughts that they have with you. It's like they want to hook up with you. I'm hearing demon time, devil time. That could be a big trendy saying that's going around. Maybe they speak that way. But this divine masculine, I feel like they have this need for power. So, at this crossroad, they could even be looking at you from the World Wide Web. They could be researching you. They could be searching or constantly on social media. And that's bringing a very bad habit here as well. This could also be a Capricorn that's really obsessed with financial security. So they're always biting off more than they could chew when it comes to work. So they may have been promoted or they got another job to kind of live comfortably or kind of live that high life. Some of you are like stimulating this divine masculine's sex drive. Like they're totally turned on about you or horny about you. And this is maybe something that they're hiding. It's like love and lust. They're lusting after your love. And they're trying to like hold that back or mince the truth about that. Something about the last time they saw you or they saw your pictures online. They're like hot. Like, yeah, they're like hot. Stimulated. I'm hearing that thong song by Cisco. Look in her eyes so devilish. So maybe you have a devilish stare. And it's like, can I handle it? Can I handle it? The look in your eye is so devilish. Right? What is that song by Cisco? Thong, 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 thong. I like it when the booty go. So they may like when your booty goes bump, 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 right? So I feel like a deal with the devil. I don't know. They may feel like whatever options they have is something like making a deal with the devil. So, it may be something that they're considering, that they feel deep down inside that it could cause regret, some sort of bad situation or something that they're tempted to accept. So, this could also be separation. Maybe your divine masculine accepted it when they really didn't want to. They really wanted to speak up, but they didn't have the guts, or again, insecurities kind of, they held back what they needed to say. Some of you, this divine masculine has some information about you and it kind of put them in this negative energy or negative thoughts. So they may have heard something about you and they kind of act like it didn't hurt or harm them or they were not affected, but it brought about a lot of dark thoughts. Oh, wow. They need to speak to you. I feel like they need to get the truth from you, especially with the Page of Swords. They have like this obsession of always watching you. So if they're attached to someone else or they're attached to a certain type of feminine energy or they have like a certain type, I feel like you really magnetize this person. You seduce this divine masculine. Hello. So they're thinking about ushering in a new cycle here in the physical with this Page of Pentacles. Some of you, they may want to invest. For others of you, they're going back to education or a business. This Capricorn energy, it's like they always want to stay productive. Yeah, it's like they always want to stay productive, divine feminine. And it's like if they're not busy, it's a lot of dark thoughts kind of come into play here. So with the Page of Swords, because that little fellow is always looking at me, you may be a very challenging individual. This person, being that we have the heart chakra and the Page of Swords, your divine masculine may be really young at heart. You know what I'm saying? They could always be ready for action, especially with that King of Wands. So they're ready for action, hey. But fears or insecurities could be spoiling the truth. I'm hearing that the insecurities or the negative thoughts is spoiling your divine masculine's truth. It's like they don't want to get emotional. It's like they're trying their best to stay very logical here and reasonable. They fear a challenge, but they're preparing for it. So I don't know if this divine masculine is trying to surprise you. They fear the worst, but they're still going ahead with this plan. Man, you stimulate this divine masculine's mind. It's like you're there in their psyche. You're their whisper. You have built a space in their heart. Wow. They don't want to spoil a surprise. Oh, big freaking alert head divine masculine. You could be deceiving yourself with the Diablo being trumping, the Diablo trumping the Page of Swords. You could be deceiving yourself, divine masculine, and you're creating unnecessary challenges, or you're creating procrastination that's preventing you from taking action towards your divine feminine. So, for some of you, your divine masculine may have a very dark streak about themselves. And this could be something that they're hiding from you. Maybe they want to touch on it, but they're hiding it from you. Wow. Very, very turned on. The look in your eyes, so devilish. So maybe you have like this stare, or maybe it just takes one look at you and, it's on. It's on. So your divine masculine may be in a position right now where they're having to prove something here. They want to be unstoppable, and they could be, again, saying yes to opportunities, but it could be that they're biting off more than they could chew. Oh, you inspire them to think or to stop and think. And I feel like right now, whatever deal this is, they feel like they're going to regret it. And I feel like you have taught this divine masculine to really stop and think before they let others persuade them or something. Or for some of you, they want to persuade and seduce the divine feminine. They are tempted to kind of like step into this pioneer spirit and do something. Take this risk without fear when it comes to their divine feminine. All right, so what I got with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, this divine masculine wants to prove something to you. What? So some of you may not know that they may have cut out or detached themselves from a very dark relationship or unhealthy relationship pattern. Some of you, divine masculine, may be holding back some news that they are recovering, or they even held back some news about a promotion, or even they graduate with coming out of this Diablo energy, this shallowness. So some of them may have changed, Divine Feminine, and they can't wait to prove it to you in the Two of Cups. Listen, when they think about their Divine Feminine, when they feel the Divine Feminine in their heart, in their soul, they feel mighty like a lion. Some of them may want to tell you how they did give you the impression that they accept the separation, but they were really angry. So let's see what they want to say. Divine Feminine. Let's get one key word about this conversation or this truth that this Divine Masculine may need to tell you with the Diablo energy, please. Egotism. Oh my God. So they're confined or they're attached to this dark ego mind. And they see it for what it is, but they're like stubbornly holding on to that truth. So they know that their ego kind of fucked them overhead. They know the truth about their ego, but they're trying to stay alert about this information. I feel like they try to hold back or they try to tame this very sharp tongue of theirs, and it comes from their ego. So if this is a Divine Masculine that speaks without thinking, you have taught them that that's egotism. That's really negative ego minded. Divine Feminine, look at you. You better watch your mouth, Divine Masculine, when you speak to your Divine Feminine. I feel like they want to take you out to dinner. So they may use like food or, dinner dates, lunch dates to kind of bond with you, because through food, we get to open up to people, you know what I'm saying? Conversating over food or bonding with food. Be careful of obesity. Maybe some of you are struggling with obesity or some sort of diet issue here. Could be food allergies. Maybe what is that? Shellfish, peanuts, or nuts may be very serious, hey? I won't speak until I'm spoken to game. So that's part of the ego trip with this Divine Masculine. So, they could be very nervous of saying the wrong things, or there's there's like jumping the gun here when it comes to speaking to you, Divine Feminine. And I feel like with the wounded healer's energy, that has hurt them in the past, that have hurt their ego, and they have learned from it. So maybe that's why they kind of mince their words or stay mute, because they don't want to say the wrong thing, or they're pretty wild with their tongue. Wink wink. All right, so let's talk about this Diablo and this creativity. What are they wanting to do here with this Diablo and creativity? If I knew what I know now, I would choose different, learning, regrets, and maturity. So they want to express or prove to the Divine Feminine how much they have grown. And you guys are on this fire energy, or you're part of the fire family. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. You could be very, very mysterious, intriguing. I feel like you have like this feline energy. So you may have cat eyes, or you own a cat. You could be a cat parent. Or, you just have like this nonchalant energy of, you got to do more to impress me, Wow. You could be very, very creative and outgoing yourself. And this Divine Masculine wants to match that level. It's a lot of sexual energy going on between the both of you with the Diablo as well. Could be suffering in silence, not speaking to you. We did mention that in the beginning. I believe my own lies. Wow. So we have self-deception, sabotage, and denial. So sometimes when we self-sabotage, we're trying to protect ourselves. And we see that with the 9 of Wands energy again. We're trying to protect ourselves, or we think we're protecting others by sabotaging. And it could be the truth, this Divine Masculine self-sabotage because they're unwilling to share the truth. They could be someone that lies a lot because they're often backed in a corner when it comes to impressing people. Or they have limiting beliefs And that's why they believe in their own lies. Their ego would not let them learn new things or accept new information. So they're always in denial, but they're stepping up divine feminine. They're cleaning up. Some of them want to refresh this energy, this fire energy, this energetic, outgoing, kind of like spicy energy between the both of you, very sexual in nature as well. So they want to refresh that energy. For some of you, they want a new beginning, but they also know that they have to detox a lot of this bad mind way of themselves, or even addictions. This could be a sexually addictive divine masculine, or they're addicted to watching sexy things. Could be porn, could be other big butts on social media as well. Wow. So this divine masculine sees you as their life partner. We have creator. So you know what? They want to create, stuck in the past. Yeah. Listen, this divine masculine wants things to be simple as it was in the beginning. They want to manifest, or they want to bring something here in the reality. They want to make something very obvious, divine feminine, and they feel like they have the strength to do that at this moment. They feel like they have what it takes to get it done. They may be doing it in a very tricky way with the Diablo, but this divine masculine is seeing you as their life partner. You are a mentor of love and joy. They feel like you're permanent. You're permanently going to be in their life. They cannot shake this unity or this closeness or this belonging that they share with you. You bring them a lot of joy, even though they have like this darkness about themselves. I mean, everybody has their darkness, but I feel like they kind of hold back a lot of it when it comes to you. It's like they're taming or they're blocking their ego, possibly staying away from you because they know the damage their ego could cause. And I also feel like when they feel insecure, they're very impulsive. So this divine masculine is learning a lot about love, romance. You bring out of that, you bring romance. You make them want to step out of this egotism and kind of embrace a healthier way of doing things. You challenge them with that Page of Swords energy, but they are stuck in the past, and they may need to kind of, I was telling my cousin the other day, because we had a family situation, and one of our relatives was bringing up a lot of hurt from the past, and they were kind of confused on why this person was bringing those issues up. It has nothing to do with what was going on presently, but it had a lot to do with why they were not showing up the way that they needed to because of these past hurts. So if this is a divine masculine that's stuck in the past, they have not kind of healed or moved past this restriction that this past wounds or whatever happened is blocking them. All right. So when you speak to your divine masculine and they start bringing up things from the past, let them air it out. Let them word vomit that out, because once that's removed, that card cannot be played again. You already voiced it. That pain is already I'm seeing like it already evaporate, or you already released it. So you can't play on that energy anymore because it's known. It's known now. So I feel like this divine masculine, they really need to communicate about some things in the past to kind of get that energy out, and they could no longer kind of fall back on that as an excuse. So we have creator again. They want to manifest something here, divine feminine. They want to make it happen. They may need to talk to you about it, about this crossroads. So they may need your answer, your input before they could move forward on this crossroad. It's like double dutch. I don't know if you guys play double dutch or jump double dutch, but it's like they need more input. They need more knowledge. They need more of something here to kind of move past this crossroad, to make a move, to prove something here with you. They could be kind of like confused on where they stand with you. I'm dissatisfied with my life currently. So they did accept a bad situation, and they're not talking about it. Or again, they may have accepted the situation between the both of you, but it's really annoying. It annoyed them. It left them feeling very unmotivated. I'm not saying, divine feminine, that you are the reason behind of this dissatisfaction. It was really up to them to fight for it, or to, kind of speak their truth, but they didn't. So they're annoyed. They're kind of closed off right now. We see that with the 9 of Wands, being overprotective of themselves. All right. So they're dissatisfied with their life currently, Divine Feminine. This may be something that they need to come up and speak to, or speak to the people that are involved in that situation. Because whoever they're attached to, or whoever else is involved in this situation, they're not satisfied either, you know? And they could be holding on for image-wise, for keeping up with the Joneses, on my way. So this could be literally on their way, Divine Feminine, to you, or they're progressing in their life right now. You know, there's a lot of actions and movements being made behind the scenes. They may have some good news that they're free. They may have freed themselves from an unhealthy situation, or they're freeing themselves from a lot of negative thoughts that was limiting them, destructive behaviors when they're impulsive. Wow, yeah. So they want to meet up with you. They want to go for some drinks or a dinner date. They want to treat you here to heal the situation, because the both of you are highly compatible here with the King and Queen of Wands. So you guys create a lot of heat. You guys may kind of hype each other up. They may want to, you may be more gentler but dominating, and your Divine Masculine may be very territorial and egotistical. But you guys feel each other out. You guys very similar or want the similar things. Yeah, I feel safer in silence. Mute. Page of Swords. There's some insecurity that's preventing your Divine Masculine from speaking up. So if you don't speak to them, they're not speaking to you. And you may be running the same game because your personality is just as big and ferocious as them. And you're maybe even more smaller or tinier, or, you know, the way how you're showing up is not as, you know, egotistical, but you do have your little ego trip going on there with the Queen of Wands. Don't get it twisted. You're the one I miss when everyone is around, on my mind day and night. So constantly, Divine Feminine, constantly, you're never too far from this Divine Masculine thoughts, your body, your lips. You just have a very strong sexual appeal, and maybe you're very, very comfortable in your skin, in your way of life, very quirky, and they like that. Some of you could be like perfect. You're the perfect match for this Divine Masculine, and they want to scream it out. You know, they want to scream it out, but their ego. Their ego. Some of you, I feel like this Divine Masculine may be attached to an older wound with someone else. So even if this person is not in their life currently, the wound, the hurt, the embarrassment, the regrets is still very present here, because your Divine Masculine doesn't speak on these things. So it's kind of festering in the dark. You're in my dreams, Divine Feminine. Telepathic communication. We have communicating in silence and visions. I got to wrap it up because the time is running. And we have forgiveness. I took things for granted, Divine Feminine. I'm sorry. Can we move past this? Healing and letting go. So your Divine Masculine may be freeing themselves here, and they may be doing it secretly. They may be doing it in this time of silence, in this time of mute. I feel like they want to prove something with the Two of Wands and the Two of Cups. Some of you may be in this 2-2 energy, this builder's energy, you know, kind of creating things from your imagination, putting it down in the physical, making it very obvious. Something is very obvious. Hey, this Divine Masculine is saying, you know, it's very obvious how addicted I am to you. Can't you see? So I feel like they have tons to say, but they're not going to be the one to break the ice. And if they do, it may be in a very impulsive reaction. So they may get startled by butting into you or seeing you, and they may have a few words, but they hold back because of this egotism or this ego frame of mind. And you're like going on and on. You're like outgoing here, even if you don't feel to. Some of you may feel very low in energy, but your energy is very bold and dominant. And you know, your Divine Masculine may be feeling like they're left behind, or you have forgotten about them, or you're choosing to energetically transmute this sexual and powerful energy into other things. And they could be feeling like their charm has wore off. It's like they can't seduce you like how they used to. They may have someone that they're playing around with or who is entertaining your divine masculine, but their focus is all on you. So I'm going to leave it there. Big up on yourself in the comment box below if this resonated, if you understood this channeling. If not, this may not have been the message for you, and that's okay. Jump down in the description box below on how you could hit that tip jar. It is not necessary, you guys. Some of your divine masculine is learning a very powerful lesson about self-love. It's about looking at the things that they have attached themselves to due to fear or insecurity, now feeling like I need to escape this. I need to come out of this dark tunnel if I want to be free, to kind of engage with this divine feminine in the Two of Cups energy. So, you know, they could have been very lustful, very mischievous, seductive, having this addictive charm, but feeling like you're like a mirror and they reflect their light, or your light is bouncing off of them and bouncing right back onto you. So you could be chock full of blessings and good luck, or when they're around you feeling this hype, spicy energy, things manifest more with that creator's energy. So this divine masculine may need to check themselves if they're not manifesting out of ego, or they're starting to realize that this defensiveness is manifesting a lot of ego trips and negativity here, a lot of toxicity. So yeah, they're looking for a creative way, divine feminine, to keep their ego intact, but to still kind of reveal the truth to you. Their ego is very powerless when it comes to your sexuality or your charm. So yeah, big up on yourself in the comment box. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for passing by or hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed a lot of yous, and I'll enjoy a lot of your comments. All right. So yeah, speaking from the heart, get ready for that message to come through, because this could be all 5D energy, being that we have I see you in my dreams. So there's a lot of telepathic communication. It's attachment here. This divine masculine may have codependencies on their divine feminine. When you're not talking to them, their energy becomes low, or they get very evil, demonic. So there could be a demonic energy or shifter that's attached to your divine masculine, or there's a demonic darkness that's attached to your divine masculine. We all have that darkness, you know. It's just whether we want to give into it or not is the key here, right? So look for that creative, sexy approach. For some of you, that's what it is. Some of you, this divine masculine wants to come get you. They feel your heat. The both of you have this, both of you could be explosive when you're angry as well. So be on the lookout for that sharp words, or words maybe used to kind of hurt her, or that was in the past. That's no longer going to be done. Maybe they need to talk to you about some stuff that they said they didn't mean. Yeah, so I could go on and on just by these cards. So yeah, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in another channel message. Chat to you guys later. Ciao.